All right, guys, welcome back to Tales on the Go. I have a little bit of information to throw at you guys. I was just scrolling YouTube and I happened to run across this channel by the name of Vetted. You guys should go check out Vetted. The guy makes great content over there. I will have his channel linked in the description down below. Go follow him, check him out. You'll like his channel. Anyways, he was talking about Dr. Stephen Greer. It was kind of intriguing, so I decided to go to X and go to Dr. Stephen Greer's channel on X, and I happened to stumble upon his latest video was his podcast. So I started watching his podcast. There was a few things that he had mentioned in there that were of some interest to me and might be of some interest to you as well. So let's react to some of that. I want to get you guys' opinion on this. I want to kind of pick your brain on what you think of the things that he says, where he might be and where he's going, and is he going to have some kind of part, is he going to play some kind of role in the government for UFO transparency? I don't know. You let me know what you think. I will give you my thoughts of what I think at the end of the video, and we'll talk about it then. Anyways, you guys, like the video, subscribe, share with your friends, do all that good stuff for more content just like this. Let's check it out.
We're going to talk about that. You know, one thing about me, love me or hate me, I'm not running for the mayor of Crazy Town, ufology. I'm just going to lay it out there what the truth is, because my responsibility. See, I'm here in Washington right now because I have to go to some meetings with the incoming administration figures. And there's a higher responsibility.
See, he's in Washington right now. He has a meeting with the incoming administration. What does that mean? I want to know what that means.
To get the truth out there in a way that isn't harmful to the future human consciousness. Now, where it gets a little confusing is that in the show, they said this is like the one captured by the Navy pilots that was white. But see, this is the lack of research and knowledge by the producers. That craft was from the Lockheed Skunk Works and man-made. So remember, you're going to have craft that are non-human, and then there are the copycats, the facsimiles. And those have been created on purpose because they can engage in deceptive operations or false flag operations with those man-made craft.
Now, I've heard Dr. Stephen Greer mention things about this before, about how we have man-made UFO craft that are utilizing the same kind of technology as far as anti-gravity is concerned and things of that nature. Let me ask you this question right now. Do you believe that to be true? If I remember correctly, and memory serves me correctly, I believe he had made these statements years ago, and he was talking about back in the day, if I remember correctly, probably back in the 50s and 60s, that we've already duplicated this technology. I find that difficult to believe. Look, I could be wrong. I'm just a regular guy doing my research and checking in on this stuff just like any one of yous. But for me, I'm a skeptic on that. You guys let me know what you think.
Craft that look indistinguishable at this point from a non-human NHI ET craft.
Let me pause this for a second. My memory is starting to kind of kick in a bit here. There's a video I did not too long ago. I can't remember which one it was. If I find the video, I want to post a clip of it here for you to see. And this is kind of what I want you to take in. The contradictions of Dr. Stephen Greer. Right here, he says it coming out of his own mouth on his own show that we have created these, facsimiles, copycat versions of the UFOs, and at this point in time, they are virtually indistinguishable. His words, not mine. Now, there's this other video that I made, him talking again. Somebody was interviewing him. I believe it. God, I can't remember, but I will post it. I'll post it if I can find it, and I will put it in the video for you guys to check out.
Talking about
how far ahead of us? And the last time you were on, you said there are multiple different alien societies from different planets visiting us.
Right.
How far ahead of us are they?
At least 60 to 70 that have been documented.
60 to 70.
That I know about, yes.
And how far, where are they technologically? 1,000 years ahead, 1,000,000 years ahead?
They'd be in the many thousands to millions of years more advanced, and they're There are different civilizations at different development, both socially, spiritually, and technologically. None of them are hostile, obviously.
Okay, let me just put it this way. He eventually ends up saying, the guy asks him, how far ahead in technology are they from us? And he says possibly hundreds to millions of years ahead of us in technology. But in the same sentence, he would tell us that we've already kind of created copycat craft of those of Z vehicles. And to me, that is a contradiction. Basically, the biggest contradiction you can say about UFOs. They're millions of years ahead of us, but yet we're already creating their technology. It's a bunch of BS, in my opinion. But anyways.
So now that should be something where the people doing that are arrested for witness intimidation, because these people are coming by these folks who wanted him to be quiet, and they had embedded child pornography a year before in 2023 at our National Press Club event, who was on a retrieval team in a different area from where Jake is operating, but in the northern Nevada test range. And you can go in our archive and see that. He was going to come to Congress and also to Aero, but he was threatened by these folks who wanted him to be quiet, and they had embedded child pornography on his phone and on his computers and said, we'll put you in prison for the rest of your life if you take one more step forward with Dr. Greer. So
what's interesting about Dr. Stephen Greer is that there are a lot of contradictions in his statements that he makes, which makes it hard to consider him a reliable source. If you go to Dr. Stephen Greer's Twitter account, on his Twitter account, it says the foremost authority on UFOs and ET intelligence and technologies, initiating peaceful contact with interstellar civilization. The first video, first posting that he has underneath that is from Dr. Stephen Greer's podcast he had yesterday. And it's within this podcast where these clips are coming from. There's a part in this clip, which you just watched, where he talks about he's in the government. He's going to speak to some people in the government. I do have a question I want to propose to you guys. And do you think that he is going to be appointed to the government as far as UFO transparency is concerned? Is he going to be part of that? And if so, do you think that's a good or bad thing? Anyways, you guys, subscribe, like, share with your friends, all that good stuff. We'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.